Hello YouTube, and here's another video on the Mil-Tec Response pack. This is the piece of equipment which I carry on me during the summer months or hotter days to go either for a scout, to map out a track, or I'm just experimenting something which doesn't require a lot of carrying of equipment. And basically it's just a minimalist pack which is very robust at the same time, and which is very handy with its size for carrying bushcraft activities. Alright, carrying on. This is a Mil-Tec Response pack. It has sort of molly attachment points which are not very strong at a glance. It has space where to keep a pen, and it has these loops which I'd like to use to attach a military poncho, which will also serve as a shelter, so I could use this piece of equipment even in winter months. It has molly attachments on both sides of the pack, and in the back it has this sort of sleeve which I use to store my knife. It has a front compartment, main compartment, and it has two compartments on each side. The material looks like to be very hard, very strong denim material. Buckles are of quite a good quality, and the zips are very thick and very sturdy and practical for the use for which this pack has to be put through. Alright, so let's start with our review of the equipment which I keep on the response pack. Okay, starting with the front pouch, as you can see, it opens in a very good way for you to access the material or equipment, sorry, which you have. It has a general pouch in the back, two smaller compartments in the front, and the front flap also serves as a pouch to keep larger objects. Okay, so here I've laid out the contents of the front compartment of the pack, and as you can see, I have an array of fire making equipment, water collection equipment, and whistle. So let's go through the equipment one by one. Over here I have an Nesbit stove with fuel. Each block of fuel serves for about 14 minutes, and I also have a piece of tin foil which I could wrap around the stove in case it's very windy. Adding to the stove, I have 3 green heat gels which will also last for a few minutes per gel. Now these I originally put these in the kit just in case it's very wet and I need an accelerant for my fire, so I keep a bunch of these in the pack. Okay, over here I have some waterproof safety matches, a big lighter which is also the preferred option in my case. Here I have some impregnated material which is basically cotton wool wrapped with a waxed coating, and with which I use in conjunction with a fire steel. I also keep a candle, one of these tea light candles is always handy to keep at hand when out in the countryside. It's also a morale booster if it gets dark and you can't make a fire except for a very or you can just shelter a very small area just to cover your body, and you can light a candle. Okay, in conjunction with fire, but which doesn't really help to make a fire, I keep some moon tiger. This is an insect repellent. In the summer months especially, we're full of mosquitoes. Over here in Malta. Over here I have some silicone, a piece of silicone pipe, and some Chlorofloc water purification powder, and I have enough to purify about 4 or 5 liters of water there. This is a signaling device. It's a TOPS whistle, and also I have a flexible wire saw, just in case I need to cut a piece of wood to fashion it into something else. As well, here I have a sewing kit, and I also have a 1 liter freezer bag. Here I have about 20 feet of cordage. This is not paracord, it's just normal cord, which I keep and which is always very handy to have about, I say, 20 to 30 feet. And as I mentioned before, I have some Vaseline which I could use on tinder to light a fire, or if you chafe, you have somewhere which chafed, and you just apply some petroleum jelly on it, or on your lips, even during summer as well as winter, because they might get dry and turn into something nasty later on if you don't treat it. Okay, so this is the equipment which I have in the front compartment, and which I find to be the most useful, like lighting fire or collecting water or just making a quick brew. And it's very handy. It's just in the front compartment, you just open the compartment and you have the handy material or stuff in the front. Okay, so now that we've seen the equipment that we keep in the front compartment, let's go to see the equipment in the side compartments. Okay, over here I have a very basic first aid kit. Basically I have 2 bandages, some band-aids, some paracetamol, a few painkillers, and also some stomach settling tablets, and a piece of moleskin, just in case I get blisters. I have a very good silver compass, and I use a bigger compass in this kit, just because sometimes I'll take a small map with me to plot a route, and I'll need a reliable compass to take bearings. Over here I have a pencil wrapped with some duct tape, and also a small signaling mirror. Okay, so those are the components on the first side pocket. Let's see the second side pocket. I have a head torch, a small head torch. This is a Petzl Tikina. I also carry this head torch in my trekking pack, so you might see some equipment wise from one video to another. It's just I just transfer some of the kit. It's not worth buying kit just for the sake of having separate kits ready-made. And this is also a fishing kit. some fishing line, some good an array of hooks, weights, and also some floats. And this is very handy in Malta. Obviously we're an island, so a good fishing kit is also welcome. Is always welcome. Okay, so now let's see the equipment which we carry in the main compartment. Have a Leatherman with some band-aids and fire steel. This is the Leatherman Surge. I think it's the biggest model they have in their range. I'm not sure, but it's quite robust. Over here I have a steel cup. I don't think it's a genuine military cup, but it's a perfect size for this pack, so I find it very handy. Here I have about 2 feet by 2 feet of a piece of cotton cloth, about 30 to 40 feet of paracord, another 20 feet of cordage, and here I have about 100 feet of 130 pound tested fishing line. Also I carry about half a liter of water. Depending on how long I'm going, I interchange this bottle with a 1 liter bottle, but it's a metal container, and if I can't boil water in the cup, I can boil water directly in this. This is my all-weather Right in the Rain notebook. I have a bunch of freezer bags, an assortment, 3 liter and 1 liter bags. As you will see in future videos, these are really good to collect water in them, and they're quite strong as well. With a small bar of soap. Have a carbo gel. I put this gel in the, as you will also see in the LSPEC video, I tend to carry these carbo gels. They're an ideal size, and they give you about I think between 20 and 30 grams of carbohydrates, and they also have some caffeine in them, so if you get stuck somewhere, at least you get some source of energy. Okay, so those are the contents in the main compartment. I also carry in the sleeve at the back, I carry a good bushcraft knife. This is my first full tang bushcraft knife. It's a Heli Jägermaster. It's produced in Norway, and it's a tri-laminate steel. Basically it has carbon steel in the middle, and it's coated by stainless steel on the outer part, and it's a very good knife for the Maltese islands, basically because the coating on the outer coating is stainless steel, and it won't rust, but it can keep a very sharp edge, and as you can see, it's extremely sharp. I use this knife. I mean, I have the Leatherman. However, I use this knife sometimes. I need to construct something bigger, like a small shelter, or just practicing some carving, and as you'll see in future videos, I like to practice and experiment at making spoons. I'm not much of a carver, but it's a nice way to spend time in the countryside. Alright, so all this equipment and this review brings us to the conclusion of yet another piece of equipment which we use for bushcrafting, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment about your views, what you would like to add, what you would remove from the kit. So far I found this kit to be solid in a way that I've never said that I needed something and I didn't find it and didn't have it on me. So far so good. However, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below.